It's a review of my 1999 7.3, everything that's I'm going to do to it when I get it in the shop. First, I'm going to drain the oil. I got an oil leak on the oil pan, which is coming from the dipstick tube. There's an O-ring on it. I don't know if you can see it up in there or not, but it goes in the side of the oil pan. The O-ring's bad, so it's leaking from there. Change the oil, change the fuel filter, take the spider and everything off, take the turbo off. I got 4 bolts to put into the turbo for the cold and the hot side to pull together. I'm missing the 4 bolts and my turbo is separating, so I need to get that fixed, clean my quarter intake over there. If not, if it doesn't come clean, I'm going to get a new one. It's filthy. Take this headlight out because I think I got a messed up wire behind there, because I don't have a right turn signal, but I have left turn signal. See if I can get some tin, fix the doors, fix the cow corners, bedside, so I can take the tape off, put paint over it. Take the rear tires off. I need to adjust the parking brakes because my parking brake don't work at all. Only time it works if it's on a slight flat. I need to patch a hole on the downpipe. I need to take the exhaust back pressure sensor out, which is located on the front of the motor. The exhaust back pressure sensors right down there behind that pulley. Belt tensioner right beside the hose. Take that, unplug it, take it out, take the tube off the manifold, clean the tube, clean the sensor. If the sensor's bad, I'm going to replace it. Check the whole exhaust, make sure there's no holes. If so, I'm going to have to patch it tight and get a whole new exhaust. I'm going to have to check the manifolds, check the bolts, make sure they're tight. If they're tight, then I'm going to have to get a manifold gasket. I would like to clean up the engine bay, get all the crud, oil, soot, and everything off. Try my best at it, make sure it's nice and clean. I'm going to end up taking the intercooler pipes out, clean them up. I'm going to probably make a boost folder. Put a boost folder on here. Highly recommended. Might just make one, might just buy one. It's easy to make, it's cheaper to make. Gotta make sure everything's working. Going to have to repaint the grill, but I'm not worried about it while it's winter. Yeah, the truck needs washed. There's a lot of fucking salt on it. I'm going to wash it one nice day. Probably be Monday. It's supposed to be 50. No snow, no rain, nothing. Main part is I need to get 4 valve stems. I need to put valve stems on here because the valve stems that's on the rims already, they leak, they're bad. So I'm always constantly putting air in my tires. Now I'm going to be recording everything. It's going to be how many parts for videos. Most likely going to be 3 parts, might be 4 or 5. All depends how much I can get done in one day. Now, one whole day is going to go to the body because it's getting pretty bad. Got tape over here because it's gone. Just try and use the tape to cover it up so it looks the best. Get it to pass inspection. This side's worse than the other side. Doors, I'm hoping I could try and fix them. If not, I know where I can get doors for $35 a piece. Gonna have to repaint the stacks. See some of it peeled off. Do that when I clean it. I'm gonna take the door trim off. Door trim, I might be leaving the Powerstroke bash on. I might be taking it off. The FT50 badge, I'm most likely taking off. I'm just going to spot weld where the holes are and grind it down where it's flush and put paint over it. I'm checking everything over on this truck. I'm going to check the transmission fluid. I'm going to check the rear ends for the gear grease. Make sure they're good. If it looks a little dirty, I'm going to drain them, put new in it. I want to get rid of the K&N intake. They're terrible. What I might do is I might just buy an AFE air filter to replace the K&N filter. Just keep the tube for now. I would like to change the tube. I don't like the look of them. Other videos, I'm going to do mods. I'm not going to do them while I'm working on the truck. I'm going to leave the truck the way it is. But one video is going to be the CCVC mod, which is right there on the valve pan cover. Goes up into the intake. So that there, all your crankcase, all your oil coming from the crankcase, from the blue box, it all goes up in your intake and it goes right through the turbo. You do the CCVC mod, it will save turbo life. I heard bad about it. I only heard one person say bad about it. Everyone else said good about it, so I'm going to most likely, I'm going to go by what everyone else says, which is good. I'm just going to do the CCVC mod. Then a turbo fooler, I'm going to probably do in a different day. Be mounted up here. I need to get the crossover high pressure oil lines. Gonna have to do that. Fuel line crossovers, everything. Put a fuel bowl on here. I'm gonna put bigger injectors, KC turbo. Not exactly what size. I don't want to go too big and end up blowing the motor. I might go slightly bigger. Probably stage 2 turbo and stage 2 injectors. Then I want to get a fast fuel system. Good bit of mods I want to do. I want to do them in a short bit of time, but my main focus right now is get the truck where it's 100% operational. Don't have to worry about the oil leak. Don't have to worry about putting airs in the tires and everything else. Fix the turbo, so I don't have to worry about that. After all that's done, I'm going to fix the body as best I can without getting special body parts. I'm just going to take 10, bend them the way it needs to be, put it on. I want to get a new fender because I painted this truck black. The original fender on here was all pushed in right here when I got the truck, pushed into the headlight. Part of the headlight was broke. I put one-piece headlights in it. Trick about one-piece headlights is when you put them in, this piece here, it's fiberglass. Back in there, you're going to have to like take a diagram with the headlight, or they send you a diagram for it. You're going to have to trace it and then cut it out. I didn't get the diagram. I had to use the headlight. It wasn't bad. Use a battery operated sawzall that's small. Cut right through it. Make time quick. If you use a handsaw, you're going to be there forever. I want to do 2008 to 10 tow mirrors. I'm going to get the ones with the lights because I have lights from a truck of mine that I had before. One video, I'm gonna probably do when I have 1,000 subscribers. I'm going to do a video of what I had before and what happened to it. I will say this: it was a Ford. It was a Powerstroke. It was a 2008 6.4 6-speed, fully deleted H&S Mini-Max tuner. It was a 6-speed extended cab short bed. It wasn't lifted, it was white, had silver on the bottom. It was identical as my brother's 6.4 right there, same year, but mine was a stick. His has an 8-inch lift on it. But once I get 1,000 subscribers, I'll do a video for you guys on what happened to my 6.4 and why did I get a 7.3. You'll guys be real surprised when I had the 6.4. I drove this truck before with the company I worked for. It was a personal truck to one of the employees. He was selling it. I wanted to buy it. He said it wasn't up for sale. And a couple of years later, what happened to me with my 6.4, then I don't have the truck no more. He still had this truck. He was going to give it to my boss, and then my boss decided he didn't want it. He had enough trucks to take care of maintenance and everything. He didn't want to put a lot of money into this. So it's actually legal without tape on it or anything. So I ended up buying this truck for $2,000. Tail lights, they were about close to 300. They were like $285. The third brake light was 120. My headlights are 350, I think, or close to $400. I got them on sale. I'll find out what brand and what make they are, and I'll let you know. The light bar I had for my previous truck, it was white. I ended up painting it black. Cab lights, they were $110. Rims, they were $125 on Facebook for all four. The rims were brand new. They were on the tires. The guy never put them on. He got them for a Dodge truck, and they're bolt pattern for a Ford. I don't know if they're the same or not, but the center hubs for them, the center caps for the back, that's why I don't have them on. The guy decided to cut them, trim them so it would work on the Dodge. Ended up messing them up, and then he didn't want us to pay the money for custom lug nuts for them because you can't run stock lug nuts on them. He didn't want to spend the money, so he put them up on sale for Facebook for $125 for all four. The stacks, story about the stacks, they were in my other truck. I paid $200 for them for my other truck. Only thing I had to do was get a different white pipe to put the stacks in this truck. I had to fix the stacks a little bit. Other money I put in, I had to put bushings for the sway bar on the other side. I had to put those bushings in right there for the sway bar on both sides. That was about $20. Alternator I got for about $85, I think. I had to put an alternator on. I think it was $85. Could have been $120. It was something like that. The bumper, like I said in my first video, this bumper was on another truck of mine. I had a 2004 Dodge Cummins. The thing about that truck was there was a recall on a tie rod. Tie rod broke while going down the road. The whole front rear end, or front end of the truck, from where that tire is, it took that tire and shoved it under the cab. The rear end was all pretty much completely sideways. The coil spring that was on this side for the suspension, when I got out on my truck, it was on the passenger side laying on the road. Didn't do no body damage, but they totaled the truck. They said there was more than $17,000 worth of damage. The truck, they said, it was only worth about $16,500. I'm pretty sure that's all I have done to the truck except for paint. I did get paint. The bumpers were chrome, painted on black. The grill was chrome, but this is a different grill. My original grill was laying around somewhere. But I ended up painting this one black too, but I did more detail to it. The Ford emblem, where it's blue, is black. The Ford itself was silver. I did the same thing with the tailgate, because the tailgate was the same way. This tailgate was off of a newer truck. It was pretty sure it was a 2008, but the tailgate was white, as you can tell. I really didn't sand it down. I just put paint over it, said heck with it. But I'm going to end up sanding it down. But the Ford emblem I took off and painted the blue black, the silver still silver, so that makes it stand out nice. I want to black the whole truck out, but I might keep the Ford emblem the way it is because I kind of do like it. I'm going to redo this tailgate or get a new one, because this tailgate, when I got it, had a couple dents in it. I don't know if you can see it there. Yeah, you can see a little bit right there. So I'm going to probably get a completely different tailgate, because I want to completely redo this truck. Maybe one day I'm going to get a new bed. I'm going to have to cut the hole out for the gooseneck, the stacks. There's a couple holes in the bed. They can be fixed. I don't know if I should keep it or get a new one. But this was a complete work truck. If I do keep it, I want to put Line X in the bed. If I get a new one, still put Line X in the bed. I'm going to be getting tires for this truck soon, because they're pretty much close to the wear bar, or if not, already there. The truck's not in the best shape, but it is in good shape for being a 99 and being a northern truck. The reason why I put this bumper on the truck is I was going down the road. I was probably doing about 60, 65. Deer jumped out, had no time to stop. Right when it jumped out, I immediately hit it. Couldn't even try to slow down. The original bumper that was on the truck, the whole metal was rotted out, so it was weak, and that's where the deer hit. It pushed the bumper in, destroyed this the grill that was on here. I had to get a new intercooler, new radiator, and an AC condenser, which I never got the AC condenser because the one I got was bad. So I just didn't leave to put an AC condenser in it. All I did was took tape and put on the AC lines right there, because it's wintertime. I don't need AC right now, so what's the point of putting the AC condenser in? And I got this radiator for about $20. It's good, but for Fords, for the radiators, this thing has a stick, and they still have a transmission cooler. Same thing with the automatics. The transmission cooler's built inside the radiator, and the transmission cooler inside this radiator was bad. So when I was putting antifreeze in here, I ended up putting 8 gallons of antifreeze in this truck. And then all that antifreeze, I found out when I went down the road, because they did not want to shift right. They wanted to grind, and it was hard to put in gear. All the antifreeze went straight to the tranny, so I had to drain the transmission, put new fluid in it. So I found a cooler laying around, so I took the lines off the radiator for the transmission, plugged them for the radiator, and I ended up putting this cooler right here on for just transmission. Then this cooler here is the power steering. I had to put a new one on, which I need to check that line right there, because I'm pretty sure it might be leaking. I'll check that when I get in the shop. I want to check the transmission, make sure there's a good bit of fluid in it, make sure it's full. If not, I'm going to put fuel in it. I did paint this bumper before I put it on, but with all the salt on the red, I didn't sandblast it or wire wheel it. I just threw paint on it so it looks decent. And for this winter, it's bubbling up, peeling off, chipping. So this spring I'm gonna take it off, sandblast it, unless I just get a whole new bumper. I had to make custom brackets for going on the frame for this bumper, because Dodge and Fords are wider for the frame than what Dodges are. So I had to redo all that. The headlights, they didn't get really busted with the deer. The only thing happened was, I think it was only on this one. This one, yeah, right there. There's a screw that goes right there. There's a clip that goes there. It broke, but the headlight's still in there strong. They don't move, so I'm not worried about it. Yeah, I'm gonna get new headlights one day. I don't know if this one's busted. No, it's still good. But this is the review and plans I want to do with the truck. I do want to lift it. I want a 6-inch lift, 37-inch tires. Undecided of what rims I want to get. These rims here I'm going to end up taking off, and I'm going to give them away to my brother. He can either put them on his 78 Ford if they'll fit, or his 92. But this is the whole review of my 1999 7.3 Powerstroke. The next video you'll see of this truck is going to be in the shop, getting tore down and put back together so it's fixed. I'm going to try my best doing the body work. If I can't, I'm just going to let it go till spring and get the panels. But this is it for this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one.